Hello and welcome. You're watching us here on Halftime Report. I'm Mangla Malu. With me as always, Ekta Batra as well as Sonal. It's the start of a new series. The November series was a great one. The December series promises to be a good one. At least that's what the FIIs are positioning themselves for, 77% long exposure. Let's see where we go from here. So far, we are dwindling between red and green, just around that 18,450 mark on the lower end to about 18,500 at the upper end. Let's see where we go. This morning, there was a record high move on the Nifty Bank and understandably some profits being taken home as we move towards the end of the week.
Hey Ekta, hey Manglam. Of course, we are seeing a lot of moves in individual stocks. Nifty Bank, which of course is in focus because it is at the day's low. We'll discuss that in greater details, talk about banking stocks as well. But first day turning out to be quite flattish today, Ekta.
Yes, absolutely. But, you know, there is consolidation after that strong session that we saw in yesterday's trading session. So really no complaints coming in. The momentum largely is intact, considering that we do have the Fed minutes, which really enthuse the markets. And in fact, we saw FIIs turn buyers after 4 consecutive sessions of a sell. It was the largest FII buy figure from the 14th of November. But I really wouldn't put, too much credence in it. I would want to see what happens once the US markets come back into full play and what takes place in terms of flows post that. All eyes, and Manglam, I think, mentioned this a few days ago, would be on the Black Friday sales from the US. And, you know, interestingly, we've seen Black Friday sales come up in India as well. Yeah. So it is definitely a momentum or a type of theme which is starting, or a trend which is starting.
It's not only Black Friday. In fact, people are actually asking if there's Thanksgiving holiday in school. So I think we're taking as much as we can of the US.
If you want to talk about that, you can talk about all the crazy Halloween parties.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, anything that happens, Halloween and all of that and stuff, they're celebrating it. So it's understandable that they only ask for, Thanksgiving holidays as well, because all the schools are IB these days. So, they are taught all those things. But move on. Let's talk about the first corporate that we have lined up for you. Ganesha Ecosphere posted a good set of second quarter numbers. But in the last 1 month itself, the stock has actually, gained 16%. This is obviously a PET bottle recycling company. They have a new plant coming up as well. So what's going on in the business? We do have with us the management, Gopal Agarwal, who's the CFO of the company, joins in. So the last 1 month, 15%. And this at a time, remember, when the mid-cap index was actually underperforming. Gopal, thank you for joining in. You know, the Warangal facility that you are expecting, which will be commissioned in the second half of this fiscal, just wanted to understand, how much will that add in terms of your overall revenue? What kind of utilization are you expecting in this year? And at optimum utilization, what could that mean?
Yeah, thank you. Our Warangal facilities, we are making the new products, which are value-added products. In fact, the government of India has recently come out with the regulations for utilizing the 30% of the recycled content in the rigid plastics packaging. So it is an opportunity for the industry as well as for the company also. And we are in the leading company in recycling plastic PET bottles. So we have shouldered responsibility, and we are coming out with the bottle-to-bottle products in our Warangal facilities, which would be, we are in the trial phase, and we expect it will be operational by Q4. So the full impact, optimum capacity utilization would be in FY 23-24.
Okay. Mr. Agarwal, hi, welcome to the show. You know, I was more interested in knowing about this approval from the European authorities as well as the US authorities for food-grade B2B chips. Can you just tell us what the approval is for? What does it mean for business for you?
Basically, this bottle-to-bottle resin is used for the packaging of the food, and it is the indirect contact of foods. So therefore, there is a requirement to have the quality which can be suitable for the packaging of food. Therefore, there is a certain regulations in Europe. It is the EFSA, and in Europe and in US it is US FDA. So for selling the B2B products, the recycler need to secure the permissions from the EFSA and the US FDA both. As well as there is a local permissions also, like in India, it is a FSSAI, Food Safety and Security Standards approval.
I understand that, but I'm trying to assess the opportunity. The EFSA, for those who don't know it, is the European Food Safety Authority, which is in fact headquartered in Italy. Mr. Agarwal, I understand you've got these approvals. What does it mean for business? How much do you get in terms of sales from the US as well as Europe right now? And with this particular approval, what do you expect in terms of incremental sales?
We got this positive opinion of EFSA. It means we can sell our products in Europe. And with US FDA, we can sell our products in US also, because our regulations are coming in India with effect from 1st of April 2025. So before that, we will be able to sell our products in Europe and US market.
Okay. Mr. Agarwal, so it is a part of your South India Warangal plant only. You've got approval for 3 things: bottle-to-bottle, B2B chips and filament yarn as well. As Manglam asked you, what kind of revenues will you see at peak utilizations? Of course, that will come in FY 24-25, but at peak, what will it do to your revenues? And since you say these are value-added products, will it change the margin profile for you? What kind of margins do these new products come at?
We are expecting optimum revenue of 600 crore plus revenue from our Warangal facilities. And of course, being the value-added product, we are looking for the better margins than our existing facilities. We are expecting to double our margins in new facilities.
Okay. All right. So what kind of capex are you putting into this capacity? Have you funded it completely? Will you be taking some debt?
Yeah, we have spent more than 400 crore on this facility, and we have also taken the debt of the 275 crore. And almost all the capex has been completed by now.
Right. Let's move on and talk about the market for recycled PET bottles. I mean, how big is this opportunity likely to be in India? I realize that brand owners are now obligated by, guidelines for use of 30% recycled PET packaging. This comes in only from FY 26. Just wanted to understand how big this opportunity could be and what could players like you garner from this?
From 26 onwards, they have to use 30% of the recycled content. So presently the market size is more than 1 million ton of the virgin PET. So if you take the 30% consumption, so the total market size would be roughly 300,000 ton in 25-26. And this 30% content would go up to 60% till 28. So the market size would be more than 1 million ton, taking the CAGR growth of the PET industry.
Okay. All right, Mr. Agarwal, we're going to leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking to us. So it's been quite an outperformer, this particular company. It's gained over 75 to 80% in the past 1 year itself. For the markets, extremely quiet. It's only the mid-caps which is managing to hold its head above the water, up around 0.8% currently for the mid-cap index. Bank Nifty just about consolidating after the strong run that we've seen for that particular index. Well, we need to take a short break, but a quick programming note. In just a few hours from now, CNBC-TV18 is all set to lead charge with a one-of-the-kind mega initiative, Future Female Forward. The Women's Collective, presented by HSBC. Catch the on-ground event in the presence of Shireen Ban, Managing Editor, CNBC-TV18, Hitendra Dave of HSBC, and other women leaders of India